Hi.
Hey!
All right.
Dogs are here.
My dogs are here and
We
ready
got
to
it.
do lesson 1.5.
Yep.
We are talking about negative exponents. You need to be on page 43 in your math book.
it
Grab
open.
that pencil and calculator if you want to have one. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of calculating. Oh, and by the way, it's wit.
Hey!
All right, so today we are going to be expressing negative exponents as positive exponents. I didn't want to say that we're changing them or anything because they all still have the same value. You just are not allowed to express numbers with a negative exponent, so we have to make them
Right.
positive.
Got it.
So we're going to move on with life. Where's my thing?
Click it. Tap it.
Got it. Oh, is that what happened last time?
Yep.
Okay. Starting off with a real world link like always. So we're talking about insects this time. The table shows the approximate wing beats per minute for certain insects. So you can see there's a housefly and they have 10,000 wing beats per minute, and then a small butterfly has 100. All right, so it says write a ratio in simplest form that compares the number of wing beats for a butterfly to a housefly. All right, so since butterfly comes first, I know that goes on top.
Yep.
So I'm going to have 100 here. And housefly on bottom?
Yep. 10,000.
All right, but it did say simplest form.
In that one?
Mhm.
Yep. Right in simplest form. So in this one, when the zeros line up, you just cancel them out.
Bonk, bonk.
Yep. 2 on top, 2 on
Bonk,
bottom.
bonk.
So I'm left with 1 over 100.
All right, that was easy. For those of you who hate simplifying, you know who you are. Okay, number 2, write the ratio as a fraction with an exponent in the denominator and as a decimal. All right, so let's first start as a decimal.
Okay.
1/100th. So that's this, right? Well, how do I do that with an exponent in the denominator? It's going to be 1 over something. It's going to go to the right. It's going to be 1 over 10 to the negative something.
2.
Yep. How did you know that?
Because I would have to move my decimal, bink, bink, 2 times. Yep.
Okay. Now, we've got that negative. Can't do it. We'll show you how to fix it later. All right. Complete the first 4 rows of the table showing the exponential and standard forms of power of 10. Wow. All right, so exponential form means it's got an exponent. It's just a fancy way of saying it's got an exponent. So standard form, well, 10 to the third is 10, and then I move my decimal 3 places,
Right.
correct? So boom, 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 1, 2, 3, and I put my comma in.
Yep, 10,000.
Okay. All right, so now let's go this way. I know that I'm going to have, let's see, boom, boom, would it be 2?
So there's 2 humps.
Are you sure it's not just 1? No, 10 to the 1 would be
Yeah.
10. Okay. All right, well, oh, here it is, 10 to the 1. Well, I'm going to leave it just like that.
Just 10.
And 10 to the 0 is 1.
Yep.
Okay. What's this stuff for? Probably 10 to the,
-1.
okay, 10 to the negative 1. So I'm going to guess that that's going to be this.
0.1. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's right. We're thinking right. All right, 10 to the negative 2. We already did that up here.
Yep, so it's not 0.11, it's 0.01 or 0.1.
Okay. And 10.
Continue the pattern.
Whoops. Wow. Negative 3.
Yep.
Is going to be 0.001. So
got it.
notice how, ladies and gentlemen,
It's a pattern.
it's a pattern. When you have a positive exponent, the standard form is above 1 or 1 or bigger. Well, that's not true. If the exponent is positive, it's going to be larger than 1, the standard form. If it is 0, it's always 1. And if it is less than 1, if our exponents are negative, it's going to be a decimal, okay? It's going to be less than 1. All right, what operation is performed when you move down the table? Well, what were we doing?
Moving the decimal.
But what operation is that?
Multiplication.
Yep. Oh. I'm going to rewrite.
Can you read that?
Nobody can read that. I can't even read that.
M-U-L.
Multiplication. All right.
Got it.
What happens to the exponent? It decreases every time.
Decreases, yeah, decreased by 1. We can just say it decreases.
And extend the tick. Oh, I already did number 6.
Oh, boom.
Wow.
Done.
I'm like a overachiever.
It's like she's a teacher.
Or something. All right. Okay, so key concept. We are doing 0 and negative exponents. Okay, so negative exponents. Wow, that's really itty bitty.
Just squint.
It says, remember that 6 to the negative 3 is equal to 1 over 6 to the third, and not this. Okay? No. So, in words, any non-zero number to the 0 power is 1. So if you have an exponent of 0, it's 1.
So anything to the power of 0 is 1. Get that
Mhm.
locked in, okay?
Lock it in, lock and load. And then any non-zero number to the negative n power is the multiplicative inverse of its nth power. That's a lot of words. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see what it actually looks like in real life. So if you look right here, 5 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is
1.
1. Okay? Now, we also have 7 to the negative 3. Notice what happens to it. Here's the reason why it works. What I want you to see is this and what happens to it. Where did it go?
To the bottom.
To the basement.
Yep.
So any negative exponent becomes positive and goes downstairs. All right. Now, 2 points here. You can use exponents to represent very small numbers, and negative powers are the result of repeated division. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so wow, these are itty bitty.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm so
dudes.
sorry, guys. We'll just read it out loud to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
What's in
look
their
at.
book? You're looking at it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even need to look at the screen, except to see our
Yeah,
awesome
hey.
faces. Yeah, you should be looking.
Yeah.
Okay, write each expression using a positive exponent. So.
Okay, so I see 6 to the negative 3.
Mhm.
So that means that I'm going to circle all of 6 to the negative 3.
6 is my base, negative 3 is my exponent, so
Yep.
circle that,
So move it to the bottom.
move it to the bottom, so, and 1 is going to go on top.
1 is your numerator.
Awesome.
There you go.
Okay?
Guys, get in the habit of circling, drawing an arrow, okay?
'Cause
Get in that
yeah,
habit.
it's not always going to be just one thing.
Mhm.
We're going to throw some
Curveballs.
big ones,
Mhm.
like
Like
huge.
the Royals, they've been doing really well.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you see the backflip last week?
I did. It was
That
so
was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be really out of date in like a year. No.
Still happen. The Royals are always amazing.
This is true. Circle. A is my base. It all goes downstairs to the basement.
Got it.
And here we go. It's 1 over a to the positive 5. So see if you can handle these ones. Check it out right here. You've got a negative power. Pause the video, try these, see what you get, unpause it, and we'll give you the answers. All right, go. Okay. All right,
Did you circle them all? Did you draw arrows on all of them?
I hope so because
Okay.
we told you to. All right, so that's going to go down. We're going to have 1 over 7 squared.
Got it.
You can leave it like this. You don't have to put 1 over 49.
Right.
So we're going to have 1 over 7 squared. In fact, I would prefer it this way.
Yeah, that's how I
Would
want
you?
it to.
Okay. Circle. Oops, don't need to part that part. It's going to go downstairs. 1 over b to the 4th.
Yep. Guys, remember that the base has to be bigger. The exponent is smaller up in the top.
You got to make it clear. Some of you guys have that writing that makes it hard to see. 5 to the 0 power.
Okay, do we throw it to the bottom?
Nothing goes
No.
anywhere.
Yep.
It's 1.
Anything to the 0 power is 1.
Circle this one. It goes down. So 1 over m to the
Cubed.
3rd power.
Yep.
Okay. Nice work, friends. All right, now let's try to go backwards. So we're going to we're going to express this as a negative exponent, but we cannot use negative 1. So I can't just put it up in the top and say it's negative.
Got it.
So let's check out the first one. So it says 1 over 5 squared. So they rewrote the problem,
Right.
and they've put it up to the top.
Right. So they just reverse that arrow.
Mhm.
So you take the
bottom.
Yep. bottom.
Denominator.
There we go. Move it up. The 5 is not what was negative. Okay, it's the exponent that changes the negative. So don't put a negative in front of the base.
Now, this one, you cannot use negative 1 as an exponent. So you cannot have this, 36 to the negative 1. We can't do it because it told us that in the directions. We have to use something other than that. So they used 6 squared. They defined what that exponent was actually doing. So they found the square root,
That's a tricky one.
and then they moved it up to the top.
Yep.
Cool? Okay, see if you can try these ones. If you get stuck,
Hang tight.
hang tight. We're going to give you the answers in just a few. Pause the video. Try them on your own. We'll talk to you in a second. Okay. What color should I use?
Red.
Okay. All right. So here I've got 8 to the 3rd. I'm going to circle that. It's going to go up.
Perfect.
8.
So the 1's gone now. And now bring it up. So it's 8
to the negative
power
3.
of negative 3.
Whoops, sorry. That's a bad 8. We're struggling with our 8s this year.
No big deal.
Okay, so this one, I know that if I circle this 4 and bring it up, it's going to be 4 to the negative 1, and I can't do that.
Right.
So instead, I'm going to try to think, what's the square root of 4?
Okay.
If it has a square root. If not, I may have to do a cube root or something like that. Which,
Right.
Whoa, don't freak out that I just said cube root.
So in
I
your calculator, you can press second square root button, 4, enter, and what pops up? 2.
deuces. So it's going to be 2 to the negative 2 power.
Yep.
So anyway, okay, so 2 to the negative 2. You go, I guess it would be down one more exponent.
Yep.
All right, c to the, good grief, these are small. C to the 5, it's going to go
Then
up,
we moved it up, so make it a
negative,
Mm-hmm.
and 27.
So I'm looking at this, guys, and I see that 27 doesn't have an exponent right now.
Mm-mm.
So clearly we have to come up with something so it has an exponent, okay? It cannot be 27 to the negative 1.
Nope,
So how do we start this?
I don't know. I mean, I know, okay, what times itself is 27? Nothing.
Nothing. It's a prime number.
So I wonder if I could do something times something times something, like 3 things in a row.
Okay.
So like, I know that 3 times 3 is 9.
9. 9 times 3 is?
9 times 3 is 27, so that's
Mhm.
this. That's 3 threes in a row, which is the same as this,
3
right?
cubed. Mm-hmm.
But I know that this has to be negative
Negative.
to get it back to what we were talking
Oh,
about
not
before.
negative 1, negative 3.
Oops. Wow. Oh, not negative b either. My dog is still grouchy in there. Can you hear my dog barking? He's really grouchy. There we go.
It's
Sorry.
protecting us.
Thank you guys for finding all my mistakes. It makes me feel really good about myself when you come to school the next day and tell me I did something wrong. Okay, let's keep going. All right, number 5. Hey, we're skipping it.
Skip.
There's a reason. You don't need to know it.
Yep.
All right, so now we're multiplying and dividing with negative exponents. All right, so basically the same concept. When you multiply with the same base, add the exponents. You guys just aced your quiz on this. So let's check out what they do. So here, we're gonna add these exponents together.
Mhm.
3 plus negative 5.
So you carry your base along. So you have your 5. Power of 3 plus negative 5. Negative 2.
Add 'em
So
together.
5 to the power of negative 2.
Then you gotta take it to the basement.
Okay? No answer as 5 to the negative 2. Drop
Has
it to
go
the
down.
bottom.
All right, drop it, drop it, drop it,
I
drop
know,
it.
I wanted to
No.
like,
I know.
yeah.
Have you guys seen Rio? That's that little guy with the
I was thinking of like a, never mind.
drop it like it's hot. Drop it. No?
That's not what I had.
Okay, well, I don't know. Okay.
That was a
All
good
right.
one.
Well, that's good. We're
Okay.
gonna bring it back. All right. So w to the negative 1 over w to the negative 4. Again, division. When you divide powers with the same base, you subtract. So negative 1, oops, I'm gonna need my pointer. Negative 1 minus negative 4. Again, guys, minus negative plus positive. So this is negative 1 plus 4.
So now we have w to the power of
3.
Positive 3.
And since it's not negative, I don't have to put it
Done.
anywhere. It's done.
Easy.
Boom. All right, let's move along. All right, try these on your own. I know that it is totally new, but you guys totally have done, you did this. You've already aced your quiz on this. So,
Okay, so keep looking up that example that we just did so it can help you.
yep, same base. Add when you're multiplying, subtract when you're dividing. Pause
got
the
it.
video and come on back. All right, here's our answers. This one will be 3. I'll do them over here. Well, I'll do it here. 3 to the negative 8 plus 2 is
Mhm.
negative 6.
Perfect. And
Needs-
negative 6 needs to drop, so the
So-
whole thing goes to the bottom.
Like that.
Yep.
Whoops.
Over 3 to the...
I know.
There we
Whoopsie
go.
daisy. Okay. 11 squared divided by 11 to the 4th. Subtract the
Well, I
exponents.
see, yeah, they have the same base.
11.
So 11 is my base. 2 minus 4 is
Negative 2. All of that has to go down because
Mhm.
I can't have that negative. So 1 over 11 squared.
Perfect.
I'm going to add my exponents here. So 9 plus negative 4. Same thing as 9 minus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have n to the 5. It's not negative. And then my last one, subtract these. B to the negative 4 minus negative 7 plus positive. Negative 4 plus 7 is 3. B to the 3rd.
Got it.
Okay. All right, guys. Here's your guided practice. When you come to class tomorrow, we're going to open up to page 46. We're going to check these, go through a few, and then we're going to get to practicing independently. All
Okay,
right.
look at number 9. We're skipping it.
Oh, yeah.
Skip that bad boy.
Skip a rooski.
Okay,
All right. Hey, we'll see you on the flip side.
later.